Hi, I'm Ron Morton, Certified Elder Law Attorney. I wanted to talk to you today about veteran benefits. There's a certain benefit available to certain veterans called a Veterans Aid and Attendant Pension benefit that is a great benefit for many of our veterans that served during wartime and are now elderly and disabled. It's not a benefit that gets a lot of fanfare. It's not a benefit that the VA or that the military does a lot of talking about. And so as a result, a lot of people simply do not know that this benefit exists. But what this benefit will do for those that qualify is it will pay up to almost $2,000 per month toward assistance in home or in an assisted living facility or even in a nursing home for qualifying individuals. Now, in order to qualify, an individual must have served at least one day during wartime prior to the Gulf War and served at least 90 consecutive days in one of the armed forces. That's the service requirement for this benefit. It does not require that an individual have a wartime injury or a service-related injury. It merely requires that they served at least one day during wartime. The location of service also does not matter. The individual does not have to have served in the European theater, for example, during World War II in order to qualify. Simply having service overlapping one date of World War II will qualify them for a service-related, even though it may have been stateside. The second requirement is that the individual require assistance. That is, that they be disabled enough that they require the assistance of others to perform activities of daily living, things like feeding, toileting, cooking, dressing themselves. Those activities, if they require assistance with those things, then that's a prerequisite to qualifying for this aid and attendant benefit. The third limitation is an income and an asset limitation. On the income side, the individual's income cannot exceed the benefit amount. Now, these benefit amounts will vary depending on whether it's the veteran or the veteran's spouse that is applying for the benefit. If a veteran is receiving the benefit and is married, the veteran and their spouse would be entitled to a maximum benefit of $1,949 per month. If the veteran alone is seeking the benefit and is unmarried, then the veteran would be entitled to a benefit of up to $1,644 per month. And finally, if a veteran's widowed spouse is seeking the benefit based upon the veteran's service record, then the benefit amount would be $1,056 per month. The way that this benefit is calculated is the benefit amount is the ceiling that the VA will pay. And so an individual's income is subtracted from that benefit amount, and if there's a difference left, then the VA will pay that difference. So, for example, where an individual's benefit amount is $1,949 for a married couple, and let's say that the married couple has income of $1,500, and $449 per month would be the benefit amount payable from the VA to bring them up to that maximum amount of $1,949 per month. However, the VA calculates income net of medical expenses. So in that example of the $1,500 per month couple, let's suppose also that their medical expenses are $2,000 per month. Well, their income for VA purposes is not $1,500 a month. Their income is negative $500 per month. And so in that example, those individuals would qualify for the maximum amount of $1,949. So you see, income for purposes of tax is different than income for purposes of VA for qualifying for these benefits. So certainly it makes sense to determine whether or not you would qualify for receiving these benefits if your service record is such that you could qualify. The final limitation is an asset limitation. And this asset limitation is not a hard and fast number. Rather, what that asset limitation is does the individual have sufficient means to provide for his own care for his remaining lifetime? If the answer to that is yes, then the individual would not receive benefits. If the answer is no, then the individual would receive the benefits permitted under the program. So that determination is a factor of how much money they have and what their medical expenses are on an ongoing basis. An individual with more medical expenses and less money would be more likely to receive this benefit than an individual with a lot of money in the bank and very few medical expenses. The same holds true with a younger individual versus an older individual. For example, a 65-year-old that was applying for the benefit and had $50,000 in the bank would likely qualify for the maximum benefit, whereas a 95-year-old with $50,000 in the bank likely would not qualify for this benefit, because the 95-year-old is not likely to have an extremely long life expectancy, and the VA would anticipate that the $50,000 in that circumstance would be sufficient to pay for his care for the remainder of his life. If you have any questions about this VA benefit, please feel free to call our office to schedule an appointment, and we'll be happy to assist. I'm Ron Morton, certified elder law attorney.